Our whole work is really taking in a theology which says that God is interested in every part of our life. God is interested in the things we make and the services we provide. So that has a very natural extension into enabling, encouraging Christians to see their workplace as a place for their consistent, everyday discipleship.
The call to ministry came while I was actually working for regional government in Birmingham. And I felt really strongly that the work that we did there with our prayer groups and our carols events and our alpha courses actually in the workplace, that could be replicated.
For some 40 years we've been providing chaplains in the workplace across the Black Country. Offices, shops, industry, all sorts of different sectors of the economy.
When I took early retirement from work, I wanted to keep in touch with the workplace. And combining this with my role as a reader in church, this was ideal for me, a way of some sort of service, Christian service in a workplace.
We look forward to it every Friday. We know John's around. Just gives a bit of support, somebody to talk to that's not work related, so it's good.
We're preaching to the converted on a Sunday, but the reality is on a Monday morning, the Christian from the church is walking into a mission field of hundreds of people.
I think it's time for the church to get out of church, and the missional connections with people who would never cross the door of church because they're either too busy, can't be bothered, or it's boring. Actually, we as a group of Christians in leadership are able to go to Chamber of Commerce meetings and actually be known as trustees of ministry at work, and therefore that counts for some. There's an expectation, oh, you're Christians then.
I think there is a misconception that people who are in the, bigger jobs or what look like the shinier jobs are sort of like immune from the day-to-day realities and the issues in life, and they just have exactly the same issues as everybody else. Our idea for ministry at work when we first started was, how could we love and support and encourage people who are making those big decisions every day, and often people responsible for the culture and ethos of the business.
Our emphasis, I suppose, traditionally has been on the larger employers. Very often we find ourselves meeting the people who have the decisions made about them rather than making the decisions. And part of the role of a good chaplain is to encourage those people and see how their contribution fits in to the work of the company and helps others.
The first person to ask a chief exec of a big organisation, multi-million pound organisation, he said, could you come and have a chat? I'm really interested in this. And so behind the closed door of his office, he said, I just hadn't anyone to share this with, but I've had to make 30 people redundant and I haven't been able to sleep. And I just feel like just such a terrible person because I know it's had to happen for the business. For him, it was just to be able to unburden that.
The key thing for me is availability. I'm here for the staff, particularly for bus drivers. They have quite a tough job to do. A lot of them work split shifts, which mean they might be hanging around this bus station about 4 hours in the middle of the day. I'm there available to talk to them, to listen to them about whatever is on their minds.
You can talk to him about things you probably wouldn't talk to your boss about and know that it's going to stay confidential.
Christianity now, it's become almost a minority kind of revolutionary religion, which I think is much more exciting, can go into places where the doors were shut before because they were expecting religion. I think when you come with faith and when you come with the reality of God's love and care, it becomes real rather than kind of something to do on a Sunday.